McDonald's, of all people, is turning up the heat on Uber Eats, and who knows, we might even see a broken partnership soon. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur. Now, McDonald's and Uber have had a pretty good relationship for well over a year. I think McDonald's was the first major chain restaurant. I could be wrong about that, but I think they were the first ones to partner with Uber Eats, and so they have a destination for Uber Eats pickups on many of McDonald's bags. They are advertising "Get McDonald's with Uber Eats." And of course, Uber Eats drivers, well, it's been annoying because it's like, you don't want to be picking up McDonald's on these food. You want to be picking up like big restaurants that have big tips. Most people don't tip on McDonald's, and the orders are usually very small. On the positive side, they're usually pretty quick to do. So if you're trying to rack up deliveries for a bonus, that's what could happen. But McDonald's is looking to make food delivery cheaper for customers, because here's the thing. It's a nice convenience, but once the novelty of having the food delivered wears off, you start realizing you're paying $5 to $7 more for your meal just to have it delivered, because you got to pay the delivery fee, you got to pay the processing fee, and if you want, you got to give a tip. And McDonald's knows that that's becoming cumbersome for people, and we're now in an age where if people can't get it conveniently, they just won't get it at all. So that leads us to this. McDonald's turns up the pressure on Uber ahead of its IPO. McDonald's Corp is working to make delivery more profitable for its franchisees, and that means it could turn to providers other than Uber Eats. The burger chain's senior leadership and franchisees recently met with Uber Eats to negotiate lower fees paid to the ride-share startup, according to an internal McDonald's memo sent this month and reviewed by Bloomberg News. While particulars of the deal are still being finalized, the memo said the terms will include, quote, significantly reduced commission rates for all U.S. restaurants, and ultimately allowed franchisees to use different delivery partners. Any McDonald's exclusive deal with Uber Technologies, Inc. would open a window for other popular providers like DoorDash, Inc. and Grubhub, Inc. It's a sensitive time for Uber, whose initial public offering is expected next month. Workers for Uber Eats outside a McDonald's restaurant. Oh, that's subtitle. Here's the exclusive deal. The chain in 2017 announced that it would rely exclusively on Uber Technologies to handle the service that's been expanding across its 14,000 locations. At the time, the company described delivery as a $100 billion market that would help it reignite sales. Well, they probably helped quite a bit, I'm not going to lie. Quote, we're committed to partnering with our franchisees to give them the support they need to continue to grow an experience and business priority that's important to our customers and our brand, the Chicago-based company said in a statement while declining to talk about the terms of the Uber Eats deal. Quote, restaurant partner terms and contracts are confidential. It would also be speculative to share anything regarding ongoing discussions we're having with Uber Eats restaurants partners. So there's that. Now, delivery growth. This is kind of important because I've said multiple times that delivery is where Uber's most profitable. There's like a little markup on the food, and then they get the fee from the customers using the app, and then they make these deals with the companies where they get a certain percentage of money to advertise Uber Eats. So it's a good deal for everyone all around. And as you can imagine, that's led to a lot of growth. As Americans increasingly seek out convenience at mealtime, the trick is to balance the needs of restaurant companies, their franchisees, and the delivery companies. Ultimately, growth in food delivery would help all parties involved, but no one wants to lose money rushing Big Macs and milkshakes around town. That's why a lot of Uber Eats drivers don't like picking up McDonald's. But, each order has many mouths to feed. While delivery costs vary, in Chicago, McDonald's charges customers the price of the food plus $1.99 for the Uber Eats service, with additional fees and small order charges sometimes tacked on. In part of the transaction the customer never sees, the individual restaurants also pay a percentage of the sale to Uber, a bit of a sore spot for franchisees who own about 93% of McDonald's locations. One benefit is that delivery orders tend to be larger than orders in stores. I've actually not noticed. I have done some Uber Eats, not a lot because they rubbed me the wrong way with the no tipping pretty early on. But I have taken some Uber Eats orders from McDonald's. My experience has pretty much been, with the exception of some late night orders, they've all been just combo meals. or just a couple double cheeseburgers and a fries. They really haven't been that much bigger, but maybe that's just me. Food delivery is a central growth story that Uber executives will promote on a roadshow with investors in the next week. The IPO filing contains a full 2 pages devoted to its partnership with McDonald's. Oh, awkward. If McDonald's decides they don't want to renew the deal, that's that, as they say, might be jumping the gun. It says UberEATS accounts for as much as 10% of food sales at some of the hamburger chain's restaurants. Once the new terms are negotiated, Uber may help McDonald's with one problem Easterbrook has noted: getting more people to realize they can get food delivered. UberEATS will now be helping the effort with a sizable contribution to support national U.S. advertising for McDonald's, the memo said. Okay, that's nice. And then here's the addresses if anyone from McDonald's or Uber wants to contact the people who wrote this article. That's what it is. So yeah, this could be a big deal for Uber. I think UberEATS is by far the thing that's keeping the company alive. It's profitable, it's growing, and there's not a lot of reason to think it won't be profitable in the future. Now, granted, if McDonald's breaks from UberEATS, the service will be fine. They'll probably just, partner up with Burger King or Jack in the Box. Kind of like how when the NFL no longer wanted Papa John's to be the official pizza of the NFL, like a day or two later, Pizza Hut became the official pizza of the NFL, which, in my opinion, it's like, yeah, Pizza Hut sucks. I like Papa John's way more. Couldn't you have at least partnered with like Little Caesars or Round Table Pizza, something that's kind of decent? I don't know. But either way, UberEATS will partner with someone else. In fact, maybe that would even be an opportunity for Uber if you get down to it. When the deal breaks, Uber might go to another restaurant and say, hey, will you make UberEATS the exclusive delivery chain of UberEATS? And I think, by the way, Burger King would probably jump on that chance because they tried to do the delivery thing themselves. Did not work out well. I mean, it came and went pretty fast because it was a lot harder than it looked, of course. But I bet you there'd be a lot of advertising potential if Burger King, or like if the Whopper, for example, was the official burger of UberEATS. Now, you have to be careful about things like that because you have other restaurants you're picking up from, so you don't want to alienate all of your partners, but it kind of makes sense, and I think we could see it happen. In the meantime, UberEATS and McDonald's still have a pretty good relationship. We're just going to have to see where it goes from here. Or Uber might just renew with McDonald's. Maybe they'll say, okay, we'll cut the fee and stick with what they know. Who knows at this point? All we know is that McDonald's is definitely looking at their options. But I would love to know what all of you folks out there think about this. Do you think it would be extremely detrimental to UberEATS or McDonald's for the partnership to split? Do you think they're better together, or are you excited about a split, thinking about the opportunities that could, arise from this? I mean, because again, DoorDash could come in and, the Big Mac could be the official burger for DoorDash. You never know. There's a lot of opportunities here. Unfortunately, none for the driver, because delivering fast food as a driver is not typically a good way to make a lot of money. But regardless, I want to hear what your thoughts about this are. Comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly, and you get access to my exclusive Patrons only blog. And if you want, please check out the Apptrepreneur vlog channel. It's a fairly new channel, but we're trying to build a subscriber. Also, if you are a delivery driver and you want to save money on gas, check out the GetUpside app. It's a free app that gets you discounts and cash back whenever you buy gas. I've been using it for like a little while. I love it. So that's something you might want to look into. And if you want to talk to me or someone else who's in the rideshare community, check out the Apptrepreneur Hangouts on Facebook. We have to approve you before you can join, but we've been approving most people with the exception of like 2. So anyway, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.